happy Halloween. So I want you to go back to this comment and follow this video where she talks about arrears. And I felt like this was super appropriate for me to share this information with you. Maybe you don't think so, but that's fine. I'm gonna take that out. My ex-husband, and I talk a lot about being divorced, and I talk a lot about child support, and I talk a lot about those things because they are real life issues. So we've all been talking about this janky ass Jenkins family, and more importantly, why this guy is a W-2 dodger. So if you don't know what a W-2 dodger is, it is a man who does not want to get a job because he doesn't want to have W-2 income where the government will be taking funds, and also states will be taking funds from him as well. So this is an official letter. I don't have to show it to you if you do not know what it is, or if you know, you know. This letter here states that I just got it today in the mail. Actually, did I get it today or yesterday? But I chuckled when I opened it because my daughter will be turning 18 in December. Basically, what this lovely little letter says that came from my state's attorney says that no matter how much my ex-husband owes, and no matter when they collect it, even if my child is over 18, they will collect it until it is paid in full. So I want you to know this is for the gentleman. Mostly this is probably for my ex-husband, who seems to think that he could have clocked out his check and said, hey, you know what? I don't want to be a parent anymore. I want to give up my parental rights. Those are not reasons why you can get rid of this dollar amount that you owe. That just means you subjugate your rights to having any say-so about the child, okay? Then the other portions, he has tried to say that he doesn't give visitation. He is literally given all kinds of sob stories to the several judges that we have had to go before over the years, telling them how woe is me that he doesn't have contact with his daughter and he's just missing her so much. You lost contact because you put your hands on my kids. And so when I heard the other mom talking about how she knew that her son had this ache, but she knew what it meant to be in community with that man, that she would rather have to mend that hole than to manage that man. And I'm saying that because that's exactly what it is. She would rather mend that hole than subject her child and have to manage that man. And I get that because in reality, I knew how my ex-husband was and still is this scrounging scam artist, right? My bonus son lived with him for years after we got divorced, and that was his meal ticket. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I want to respect my son and I want to respect the journey in which he had to go through to get there and where he is today. Son, I love you if you see this. I'm saying that to say that those type of men who would rather be yellow bellies, you know, scheming across the ground than to be doing what it is that is necessary for their children are absolute scam artists, bullshit machines, and not worth the weight that they can ship in gold, okay? I say it that way specifically because I am so exhausted of hearing this narrative about Black men, and I do mean the ones who are W-2 dodgers, who are in the arrears in their child support, and who find it so difficult to get a job, keep a job, manage and maintain a job, or ask the Madam Vice President of the United States if they could in their heart see it their way through to get child support forgiveness. In that effort and in that vein, I want you to understand that arrears, just like taxes and death, you cannot avoid. I hope that helps.